So what is going on, guys? We are back with another video, and we are going against the 2-6 Saints. If you don't know what this is a fantasy franchise league that I have with Bengal, who is the Chargers. His link will be in the description down below. We are currently leading the division at 8-1, and Bengal is somewhere around 5 or 6 wins, I believe, right behind us, and currently, I believe, in the playoffs, very close, if not. You can see our team, of course. We have a really good team, but we've been hit recently with injuries. Not trying to, say anything, but Bengal might have simmed with injuries on the game from last week. Definitely, it lagged and it needed to be simmed, and we did get the sim win. So it was rough to lose David Johnson, but at the same time, we're 8-1 and we're resilient. We appear to have a pretty easy matchup against the Saints. Hopefully that's exactly what it is, as their team doesn't really look up to it, which is, prime example of why they're 2-6. Trying to make this 9-1, obviously. Sorry about the lack of a schedule for these videos, by the way. Hopefully I have something a little more clear-cut in the future. Can't promise that, but of course everything else is as per usual this week. Most likely, I don't really have a schedule for Ultimate Team or Draft Champions either, but hey, on to the actual video, which is the franchise week 10. Obviously, we're doing pretty well, even though, like I said, we have injuries. I think the real big thing we have that is winning us games is that offensive line. It has absolutely been dominating. Huge hit over the middle by Cam Chancellor, who's done very well. The defense, a little rough. Real bend or don't break. No spectacular playmakers other than maybe Cam Chancellor and Bobby Wagner. 4th and 6th, though, they are going to go for it early on, trying to change it up with a 2-6 record, and somehow a missed throw there by Matthew Stafford. We did, of course, draft this team well before the season started, so sorry if the players aren't up to what you would expect for overalls, but in the end, it is a fantasy draft anyway, so it's obviously going to be a little weird anyhow. And 1st and 10, after getting the ball back on a short field, or a shorter field at least, Tyler Eifert with a huge play for a first down. Now we're moving on to the run game, where Derrick Henry's going to have to pick up where David Johnson kind of left off. He had about a 700-yard season thus far. Coming down to the later part of this season, we're going to be missing him, but for the playoffs, we might have him back. 3rd and 8 now, after a short play, and can we convert? It's a short throw. He's probably not going to make it. It's a pitch to Derrick Henry, who almost ran a man over for the touchdown to the 3-yard line, though. 1st and goal. Derrick Henry doing all right in place of the injured David Johnson. 1st and goal, rolling out to the right. Brett Hundley slides in. He's doing pretty well as well. 5 touchdowns to 8 interceptions, but he's doing pretty well in this game at least. And 3rd and 6, they find a receiver wide open to the left side of the field, which you're probably going to find a lot of on this defense. Not the most stout core in the league at all. 3rd and 7, easy throw to the flat, and that's going to be another easy touchdown. 2nd and 8, Matthew Stafford has a bit of time, and he's going to roll out. Not a great decision. He had a running back wide open, but couldn't find him as he had Bruce Irvin on his back. 3rd and 8 now. See a man slip on the field, and it is thrown to the right, but of course not caught. And you could see a field goal, but there is a late flag. And what is that flag going to be? That's the question, and it looks to be a roughing the kicker. See if we can take another look at that or not. Of course, they are going to accept it. Why wouldn't you? And Shane Ray or Leonard Floyd, I'm not exactly sure who that is, makes a huge mistake, giving them a second chance. 2nd and 3. It's going to be a sack. So now they're 16 yards away. 3rd and 13. Will they be able to convert? They throw it short, and they are short. This time, hopefully, there's no penalties, and there isn't. So it's going to be a 7-3 game so far. 2-minute warning in the second. Derrick Henry doing all right, considering he wasn't the featured back. And there's a fumble on a screenplay. Derrick Henry tries his best to hustle to the ball, but he doesn't get it. So just as you thought the Broncos were going to get down the field nicely, they do come up with a nice turnover right before the half is over. 3rd and goal at the 9 now after a sack. So they're having troubles in the red zone, and it's going to be overthrown to the right side of the field. So 7-6, 33 seconds left in the second quarter. For the kickoff, this is either going to be a huge play or a bad play. What is it going to be? And it appears to be a huge play. Brashad Perriman, I believe his name is, not Bernard. I don't know why I said Bernard, but Perriman with a huge play. I believe that to be his second of the season. He's been very good there. Not really in the receiving game, but decent there. 2nd and 6. Poor play there as it had lots of potential, and it just ended up flustering from there. 3rd and 5, backed up when they're trying to blitz us, and we catch him over the top. And I don't know what happened there, but the defender just got juked out, even though he's burned anyways. Julio adding to his, I believe, 11 touchdown season. 17 touchdown season, I actually think. 1,100 yards, if I'm not mistaken. With potentially an MVP performance this season. 2nd and 11, Derrick Henry comes away with another play, and he runs down the field for a gain of 25 on the pass play from the fake end around. And 2nd and 6, Brett Hundley finds a man, throws another dart. Brett Hundley is playing very well, 6 for 7, only missing one throw. Of course, 3rd and 4, Derrick Henry finds Derrick Henry, okay. Brett Hundley finds someone wide open over the middle, and he finds running room. Brett Hundley is looking sharp today. And on 3rd and inches, will he be able to find someone again? And he does in the back of the end zone. So start of the 4th, and it is a humongous lead. Now another kickoff. 6:57 left in the game. 27-6. Oh, a nice move to the outside, and they can't get much from there. Decent move, but just not a whole lot of separation all game from every facet other than there for Toriel Green Beckham with a huge play. And some sort of editing mistake must have happened as they are now at the 1-yard line. That is a 50-yard gap that was not shown. Maybe a little dink and dimage, probably, as they dink and dime there for the touchdown. Not that they could really do much from 1 yard out. But hey, it's late in the game. The Saints are trying to do something spectacular. Can they make the comeback? We'll see. And if that throw's made, there's no comeback. Makes the catch, gets the feet down, and he throws 2 guys down, basically. Jukes and power mixed together. It was hard to tell, but a lot of cutting in the play. So very good play there by Funchess. 4th and 2. Terrible play design, running the ball. In theory, it's decent, but you got to throw the ball regardless. And Derrick Henry just finding room, running people over for a huge gain there. He actually had a pretty solid game. Looks to be rushing for about 4 yards per carry, and he is just carrying people in and around every corner. Last play of the game potentially here for Derrick Henry, and it doesn't go for anything. Not that it matters. Matthew Stafford a little mad that his team now drops to 2-7, but hey, the Broncos, who are going through so much adversity, so many injuries, we are now 9-1, which is very huge, as we're going to get some players back soon. We have a bye week next week, which is going to be huge, considering Braxton Miller has 3 weeks left to recover, and this is one of the weeks. So basically, we have one last game without Braxton Miller, who was phenomenal. He's number 2 in the Offensive Rookie of the Year award still, meaning if he comes back, stays healthy, and plays decently, he could probably still win Offensive Rookie of the Year. He is, without a doubt, our best quarterback option. Gives us that versatility of rushing and throwing, and he was actually playing really well. But Brett Hundley, as of right now, good enough to carry the team forward. We do have Logan Thomas as a backup, but his development rate is slow for good reason, and he just hasn't started the season. He's not going to start unless he has to, and with the bye week, it's probably not going to happen. So hopefully we do get to see Braxton Miller come back soon enough to just get more stride, destroy his competition as he was looking like he was going to do before he got injured, which was horrendous. I believe it was a game against the Chargers, which is the Bengal, of course, like I said before, who is in the description, first line, and nothing big there. We have a couple of free agents. I think the only guy we're going to keep from that list, though, is Jesse Williams. And here are the awards. I guess I'll show you them, as we don't have a ton of them. We do have Coach of the Year so far. locked in. Julio, Offensive Player of the Year, probably going to stay. We are a third for Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, of course, like I said, Braxton Miller, number 2. Jared Goff at number 1 for the Browns as of right now. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I don't even think we're close. We were number 4 with Leonard Floyd, but that's just not going to happen. Best quarterback, we don't have a guy starting consistently enough. Best running back probably would end up being David Johnson, but he got hurt. Best wide receiver and O-line, I'm going to say we're going to lock in for sure. Best D lineman, of course, J.J. Watt from Bengals team. Bruce Irvin, I don't think he's going to lock that in. And the rest of the awards are all up for grabs. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys check out Bengals channel and come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!